Understanding wine structure, tannin, acidity, body, and finish. When most people taste wine, they focus on flavors: cherry, citrus, vanilla, spice. But professionals know flavor is only half the story. What truly defines a wine and separates one style from another is its structure. Structure is the architecture of wine, the way it feels on your palate, and the way different components work together. 4 key elements create that structure: tannin, acidity, body, and finish. Let's start with tannin. Tannin is a natural compound found in grape skins, seeds, and stems. It's also absorbed from oak barrels during aging. Unlike fruit or spice notes, tannin isn't something you smell, it's something you feel. Imagine steeping a tea bag too long. When you take a sip, your mouth dries out. That astringent sensation is tannin. High tannin wines like Cabernet Sauvignon, Nebbiolo, or Syrah create firm grip on your gums and teeth. They can seem harsh when young, but tannin is what gives red wines the power to age gracefully for decades. Over time, tannins soften, allowing fruit and secondary flavors to shine. Low tannin wines like Pinot Noir or Gamay feel gentler, almost silky. They don't dry your mouth as much, making them approachable and food-friendly. Tannin also interacts beautifully with food. Protein and fat, like a juicy steak, soften tannins, making bold reds taste smoother. Next, acidity. Acidity is the backbone of wine. It's what gives freshness and vibrancy. Think about the tart bite of a lemon or the crisp snap of a green apple. That's the sensation of acidity. High-acid wines, such as Riesling, Sauvignon Blanc, and Champagne, make your mouth water. They feel lively, zesty, and refreshing. On the other hand, low-acid wines like Viognier or certain warm-climate Chardonnays feel rounder and softer, almost creamy. Acidity balances sweetness, counters richness, and helps wine pair beautifully with food. Imagine oysters with a sharp muscadet or spicy Thai food with an off-dry Riesling. Without acidity, wines would taste flat and heavy. Acidity also affects aging. Wines with higher acidity tend to stay fresh longer, while low-acid wines fade more quickly. That's why many great whites like Riesling or Chenin Blanc can age for decades. Now let's talk about body. Body refers to the weight and texture of wine in your mouth. It's not about flavor, but about sensation. Is the wine light like skim milk, medium like whole milk, or heavy like cream? That's the simplest way to picture body. Light-bodied wines, such as Pinot Grigio or Beaujolais, feel delicate and easy to drink. Medium-bodied wines, like Merlot or Chianti, strike a balance, substantial but not overwhelming. Full-bodied wines, like Napa Cabernet or Australian Shiraz, feel powerful, coating your palate with richness. Body comes from a combination of factors: grape variety, alcohol level, tannin, sugar, and winemaking style. For example, higher alcohol adds weight. Oak aging often adds creaminess. Grapes from warmer climates usually produce fuller-bodied wines because riper fruit brings higher sugar, which ferments into more alcohol. Understanding body helps you predict what you're about to taste. If you want something light and refreshing on a summer day, you'll reach for Sauvignon Blanc. If you want a wine to stand up to a rich dinner, a full-bodied Cabernet Sauvignon might be your choice. Finally, let's explore finish. Finish is how long the wine's flavors linger after you swallow. Take a sip and pay attention once the wine leaves your mouth. Do the flavors vanish instantly? That's a short finish. Do they echo for 10, 20, even 30 seconds? That's a long finish. Great wines often have long, evolving finishes. At first you might taste fruit, then spice, then earthy or mineral notes unfolding one after another. Lesser wines tend to stop abruptly, leaving little impression. Finish isn't just about length, it's also about balance. Does the aftertaste feel pleasant and clean, or does it leave harsh bitterness? A graceful finish leaves you wanting another sip. Now let's bring these elements together. When tasting, think of tannin, acidity, body, and finish as puzzle pieces. Tannin provides grip, acidity adds freshness, body gives weight, and finish shows persistence. The best wines balance all of these so no one element dominates. Take Cabernet Sauvignon, for example. It usually has firm tannins, medium to high acidity, a full body, and a long, structured finish. Compare that with Pinot Noir, which has soft tannins, bright acidity, a light body, and an elegant, subtle finish. Both are excellent wines, but their structures are entirely different. Understanding structure also helps with food pairing. Acidic wines cut through rich, fatty dishes. Tannic wines tame red meats. Light-bodied wines pair well with delicate foods like fish, while full-bodied wines match bold flavors like barbecue or aged cheese. And a wine with a long finish holds its own against complex meals. For beginners, paying attention to structure might feel overwhelming at first, but the more you practice, the easier it becomes. Start simple. When you sip a wine, ask yourself, is my mouth drying out? That's tannin. Does my mouth water? That's acidity. Does the wine feel light, medium, or heavy? That's body. How long do the flavors last? That's finish. Over time, you'll start recognizing these traits without thinking. You'll understand why a crisp Sauvignon Blanc feels refreshing, why a bold Syrah feels powerful, and why a mature Bordeaux feels layered and complete. Most importantly, structure transforms wine tasting from casual drinking into mindful exploration. It gives you a language to describe what you're experiencing and a framework to compare different wines. Once you understand tannin, acidity, body, and finish, you can walk into any wine shop or restaurant with confidence, knowing what styles you'll enjoy and why. So the next time you pour a glass, don't just look for fruit flavors. Ask yourself how the wine is built. Notice the tannin. Measure the acidity. Feel the body. Reflect on the finish. These 4 elements are the foundation of wine tasting. Master them, and you'll unlock a deeper level of appreciation, turning every glass into an experience, not just a drink.